Well, Jasmine, I'm excited to have a fellow South Dakotan here at the Modern Musician Studio, and to be able to hear a few of your songs, the stories behind them, and to start out, maybe you could just share a little bit about your roots of how you started, making music, and when you decided that this was the career path for you.
Well, as you know, South Dakota winters are long and cold, and there's not a whole lot to do. So during the winters, I grew up on a cattle ranch, and so we usually ended up, our hobby over the winter was to choose something, whether it be a craft like leatherworking or something, needlework or whatever it was that you chose. I chose music, and I would ask various neighbors for instruments that I could learn or practice over the winters just to see if I could master them by the time that spring came around. And it was really natural for me. I really enjoyed learning all the different kinds of instruments. I wouldn't say I was necessarily good at all of them or any of them really, but it gave me something to do, and I always had great interest in it. I loved music. My brothers loved music, and we started a little country band, like a trio. And all these little rural municipal bars, yes, municipal, that's not a word you hear very often, but they'd be like these small towns, and every small town that has like 500 people has at least 2 or 3 bars, right? So we would play like these little bars in just our little country band, and we weren't good, we weren't great, but we were cheap, and we had all this stuff, so it was kind of fun. My brothers and I really enjoyed doing that. The family loved it because, they all would come and brag on us. So like, oh, go see the kids play, and I just loved it. But, to me, it gave me a sense of like belonging because I didn't belong to anything. Like I was never part of groups in school. I was never invited to be part of anything. Like I didn't have friends. I didn't have really family in school. So I was kind of a loner. Like I really didn't have anybody to hang out with. But when they would see me play these shows or they'd come to like the things that I was performing at, they immediately wanted to hang out with you because you were somebody then, and it felt like it made me something that people wanted to be around and something that people gravitated towards, and I enjoyed that because it gave me friends and it gave me people to hang out with. Now when school would roll around on Monday, like that was all bets were off the table, but for the moment, I had people, and it made me feel like I was part of something. And I just I never really lost that like wanting to be part of something bigger. I think that just continued on throughout all of my years of this, and my circle grew larger and larger and larger, and now we're part of something much larger than we ever thought we would be. But it was great. My brothers all quit playing music basically the minute they graduated from high school. They moved on and started their families and their ranches and continued on with what it was that they knew. And I just had this crazy idea, you got to have one black sheep in every family, right? And that was me. And I was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to try this. And it's crazy and it doesn't make any sense. I'm not even necessarily great at this, but I just really wanted to do it so badly that I figured if I didn't give it a shot now, I was probably never going to do that. So took a chance, and here I am.
Wow.